Hello and namaste everyone. You're watching Smarty Tech Face and I am Anjali with a new video for my lovely viewers regarding the MongoDB. So today we will talk about the performance of the MongoDB, that how we can check the performance of the MongoDB, how we can even check the health status of the MongoDB. That is actually because of I'm creating this video because one of my viewer asked me this question on my email, that how we can check the health status of it and what are the steps we can take up for improving the health of our MongoDB servers, either before taking it to the production or after the production. Right, before production, that will be the precautions for it, and after production, that will be the curing for it. I mean that the things what you have to take care while taking something to the production, how you can even, what are the things you can check before taking something to the production, and so that its health status will not get be bad and it will not affect any other application that is running on our MongoDB. And after the production, what are the things you can do if in any case your MongoDB servers are getting low, that becoming down day by day, or due to running any queries on it, or any issues that you are facing while your application is running slow because of the MongoDB, right? So what are the things you can do to perform all these things? What are the health checkup status you can do? What are the performance tuning things you can do, and how you can find the actual real issue regarding the MongoDB server, that what actually the thing is which is making our application slow due to the MongoDB servers. Okay, so let's go deep into it, because I know as a developer, I know that there are many times when we have to find out the what are the things that making my application slow, because nobody on the production will allow you to allow your users to use your application that is becoming very slow day by day. It may be because of anything, that maybe your servers are not enough to take the whole load on it, or maybe your server there is something running on, maybe someone run any query, or maybe any query is running without any indexing. So how you can do all these things, how you can check up all these things so that you can cure all these issues while you can face during the production of your application. Okay, so let's get started. So firstly we will start with the basic. So I will recommend you to go through the whole video, because there will be many steps I will be talking about, and if you will skip any of the step, maybe you will be watching 2 to 3 steps and you will think it is very boring. But believe me, all the steps will help you to take it out the real issue in it, real performance issues in it. And maybe some are very minor things, or maybe some are many major thing. And yes, obviously I will not be, there are few things that I will be covering in the next video, because that is actually require a more time to describe the whole steps for that thing. But I'll just mention the things, or I will mention all the steps here that you can do. Even what I am doing for my whole MongoDB servers for my application, right? So let's see what are the things. So firstly what we have to do is, maybe your MongoDBs are running on a replication mode, that is you may be having a replica, or maybe your MongoDBs are running like a standalone server. These steps you have to perform on all the servers so that you can see the performance or on all individual servers. Okay, so let's firstly see what are the things you can do before going to the production, and what are the things you can check up to for your MongoDB health, right? So see this is my local MongoDB, right? And this is what I have run here, rs.status. This is very minor thing you can do. What is the health status of your replica servers. This here you can see I have only a single member, and this is going to be in a healthy mode, because they are nothing like unhealthy and anything else, because there is nothing any message regarding it. But in many cases, when your any of the replica is not working, you may find out the message as the unhealthy server, right? So you can see that there is no such message here, no unhealthy message is here. So in that case, your replica is working fine right now, but it may be possible that that is running in a last stage. What is the last stage here means? That means your MongoDB servers are working, but they may be working very slow. Okay, so in that case, you have to check by going by server to server, right? And then what is the next step you can do after checking the status of all the replicas there? If your MongoDB servers are running on the AWS servers, so AWS is already providing you the unhealthy statuses, unhealthy notifications to you. If you will provide, like, okay, if the server health is going after 80% or 90%, then it will notify you via email or message. So don't forget to enable the notification of the AWS for the AWS services. It will help you to know on the production itself that if any of the servers are going to be unhealthy. So this is the second thing you can do. Third thing is, what you have to do, let's say you want to make something live on your production, but before the production, try to explain your queries. What I meant is, maybe if your queries actually want a index on it, because if the indexes are not created on it, then your queries may run very slow. In that case, if the queries are running slow, that will make your application slow too. And if your application is slow, then you are going to suffer for it. So before making anything live, just explain your query. What I mean is, let's say this is my these are the basic things which I am telling right now. We will move further after these basic things, because this is also a main steps to check whether it will be going to be slow or not. It going to be impact your performance, MongoDB performance or not, right? So db dot products dot, let's say I'm going to run this query in future. Not in future, I'm just telling you that this will be the new query you are going to run, or a query you are already running. So before running any query by your application or by your own, you may have to firstly explain the query. Let's say _id, I want that it should be right, and here you have to write the explain. So what will it do? It will provide you the query planner for the query running on your MongoDB. What is the planner? That means I have maybe while creating the indexes, I have already explained about the query planner, that what this query going to be take, whether it is using any indexing, whether it is using the call scan. If it is a call scan, then it will be a alarm for you, then you have to create an index. If it is not using the index as per your understanding that it should use, then in that case you have to maybe modify your query, or you may have to provide the hint to your query. So you have to do many things while examining this thing. So you can see what I have written here is, I have written the id equals to this. So what this mean? I want to run the query with id field and want to explain. So if I am explaining, it is giving me that this query is going to be passed as id should be equal to this one, and this plan is using the stage as id hack. What is the id hack? It is actually the MongoDB is creating the index on id itself. We don't have to create the index on id by ourselves, and because MongoDB is creating the index automatically on id. So the index created on id, it is called as the id hack. That means my query is this time it is going to be very helpful. It is not going to impact any performance on it. Okay, now let me just tell you like this. Okay, so item. So now I have now run the query with item, and now I'm trying to explain it. Now while explaining, it is giving me the parse query, but here is the plan here that it is going to be used the call scan. See, I have only 5 to 6 documents, so it will not actually impact any performance on it. But if it will going to increase in 1000 or not in 1000, I will say like the data with GB or TBs, you may going to suffer a lot due to this call scan. If it is a call scan, that means this is a alarming point for you, and you have to create a index on a particular field, right? So in this case, you have to see that what is the stage here. It is a call scan, it is a filter, and what is the filter is using is the item should be equal to HGF, right? So this is all you can do for this. So after the explaining, now you got to know, okay, this query is going to be run very easily or not. If it is not, try to build an index, wonderful index on it, because don't if you will create a index on a unnecessary thing, that will also take a storage on your MongoDB server, and it will also impact your application. So why we have to increase the storage size unnecessary? So in that case, just choose the correct index field and try to build an index with the particular logic what you have. So this is the second thing. What you have to do. Now after explaining the things, now you are okay with that. Okay, this is the query that we can run on production or on a query. Now let's say now you have an application, and that you are checking that, okay, at around 5 or 6 p.m. it is becoming very slow. Now what you have to do, what is the issue you are going to take? Because maybe your servers, you have all the indexes created on it, your queries are running very efficiently, but what are the things you have to check? Now you have to check whether your application is able to take the load of your queries. Because if you have done the queries, you have done the indexing, you have the very normalized data, you have a very frequency, you have a very normal queries, so what is the issue is going to be take? So in that case, you can check what you can check is, you can check what is the frequency of having a query on your MongoDB server. What I mean is, let's say, let me just show you an example before this. So now you have to check the MongoStat. What is the MongoStat? It will tell you that after every second what are the number of queries that is running on your application, that is running on your servers. Let's say you can see this is my local system, so no queries are running at that time. That means that is going to be very free. No issues. You have to check it whether it is going to be impact your performance or not, because nothing is running there. But you have to take care of one thing, that you maybe when you are working on any application, you may be knowing that what is the peak time for your application, and then you have to check whether what are the queries that is running on your application, what is the frequency of the queries that is running on your application, what are the actually the insert operations are taking, number of count of the insert operation is very large, or the get operations are very large. So you have to check in that. So let me show you an example here. I have another example here, that is my another server. So I have already taken the snapshot of that you can see that in this server, actually this is the another server that I already having in my for my applications. So in that server you can see there are number of insert operations are going on other than the query, update, delete, get more, command, dirty, and there are many things that you can see. That it depends on you what are you going to check, but I can see that is there number of insert operations are going in here. And in this server you can see that is actually running here. You can see that insert, query, update, delete, but get more are more. There are many things that is they are actually equally running on that, all the queries like insert, query, update and delete. And this one you can see that query are running more than other than the insert, update and delete. So what you have to do in this thing, okay, you got the count. Now what? So what you have to do, if you are checking that, okay, if you are checking that the insert of there are number of insert operations are here. Now what you have to do, check in this count what is the performance of your server. So how you can check the performance, you have to check the what is the top, that tell you that what is the load at this time on the server, what is the load at this time. This is the current load. This will be the 5 minutes before the current time, and this will be the 15 minutes before the current time. So this will tell you about the load during this time. So now what you have a query counts, you have a load. If you will see this type of queries are running frequently, this number count of the queries are running frequently, and it is impacting the load or it is impacting the utilization, that means your servers are not able to take all the queries that is going to be run. So in that case you have to increase the server load by increasing it by changing its configuration vertically or horizontally. So this is the thing you can do. Now let's talk about after the production thing. That means after taking all the things, after checking the statistics, after checking the Mongo state, after checking the status, after checking the query planner, after explaining your query, so what you can do if you are still getting the issue. Now what you have to do is, let's say suddenly at 6 a.m. Suddenly during your production your load averages goes to 20, 30, 8, 9, whatever the load average it is, and your CPU utilization goes to 60, 70, 80, 90, going to be 100, then that case your server is going to be stopped obviously. So in that case what you can do to take the to look out the issue for it, in that case what you can do is just go and check the logs of it. Where you can find your log, just check the conf file of your MongoDB, and here you can find the log of your let me show you, etc. So in this file you can find this path. So in this path, this will be your Mongo log file. In this log file you can find the slow queries running on it. So what you have to do, this is my actually a Linux system, so this is the thing you can do on a Linux, okay, or on your CentOS. There are many servers that is running, that may be running on your application may be running on, okay. So you can see this is the log file, and in this log file you can see the what is the timing your queries are taking. This is, you can see this is the 194 ms, this is the 159 ms. You can see the timing as well, at what time these queries was running. So if this will be a production system, then your log files will be returning something, and then in that case you have to check what are the slow queries that is running currently. But there are some times when there are certain queries are still running after, because the log file only log those queries which have run successfully, that is that they have completed their process successfully, right? But there may be several queries running back on the background which are still processing, and they have not completed their processing, right? In that case, what you have to do, go to the Mongo, use admin. You have to go on admin db.auth. if you have authentication enabled on it, just go on auth, right? And you have to check the current operation. While going to the current operation, you will find the operation that is still running on your system. Now you can see there nothing, I can see any queries, any commands or queries that is running. But in your case, you may find a command or a query running here, and that will be showing you a microsecond running, like this. Okay, so you can see the microsecond running. This is a very small number, but if any queries is running from very long time, then in that case it will show you a very large number, and that will be helpful to you, that if this query going, any query that can be here, so this query going to be take much more time than expecting, and it will be a culprit for the performance downgrading of your application. Okay, so you have to take out the query. Either it will be better if you can kill this operation by using this op id. You can kill this. If you are not able to kill this, then try to create an index. You can leave it for now, but you have to create an index for it, because it will going to be impact your performance, your MongoDB performance, and it will going to impact your application too. So this will be the microseconds running, that from how much time it is running, and it will also tell you the command or a query, that what is the query that is still running. So these all things you can check by using the current operation, because it is not going to be written on the log file as it is, because it doesn't complete their processing till now. Okay, so this all thing you can do. Now third things that comes is what you don't have the access on the server, because these things you can check on the log file, you can check on the server itself. But if you don't have the access on the server, then what you can do, in that case we have to enable the profiling. For the profiling, I will create another video on that. Just a next video, it will be on the profiling level. So what about this? It is just after enable the profiling, the slow queries that is running on your system, on your server, going to be stored in a database. In that database, you can now query on the same. So about profiling we will check in the next video. So these all things what you can do for checking your MongoDB performance. So just go step by step. In my case, I always use, if any issue, I'll check that, okay, if someone called me and said, okay, the application is running very slow, please check. So what the first thing I going to check is whether all the servers are working fine. If it is working fine, I firstly check the load on it. After checking the load and after checking the CPU utilization, if it is high, that means there is a query that is running in background which is impacting the health of our server. And if it is impacting the health of our server, then I check the log file. If it is not printing in the log file, then I used to check the current operation, and then in that case most of the time I got the culprit of all the performance degrading. So these are the steps which I used to do while checking the performance. You can also check, and if you find anything that is helpful for me, any feedback that you can provide, just comment it below, or you have any question, you can mail me at thesmartytechfiz@gmail.com. So your feedbacks are always welcome to me. Just you can provide me the feedback. Any questions you have, just mail me at thesmartytechfiz@gmail.com. So take care. Bye bye.